Everybody stay. Okay. Ooh. So today we're going to be testing out a brand new skin tint that just recently launched from the drugstore. It is the new NYX Buttermelt Glaze Skin Tint SPF 30. Now, I've been testing this out all week and I couldn't help but notice, is this a possible dupe to one of my all-time favorite skin tints that is way more expensive? I can't wait to share my results. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome to my channel. So you guys, I am so excited for this video because you know I love skin tints, whether they're a drugstore or high-end. But when one of you guys suggested that I test out the Buttermelt Glaze skin tint with an SPF of 30, I could not wait to get my hands on it. Now, I actually purchased it through Ulta in the store and I was so surprised after testing it out. I could not help but notice it is so similar to one of my all-time favorite high-end luxury skin tints. And we're going to do a side-by-side comparison. And at the end of the video, I'll let you know if this is an actual dupe to the RMS Beauty SunCoverup Super Tint. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. So how are you guys? It has been a gloomy, rainy, wet week here in Tennessee. Hair is pinned back. I took the liberty of already applying my primer. And today I used the Milani Conceal+Perfect Blur Out Smoothing Primer. It's got a really unique consistency because it's kind of like a putty, but almost gelatinous, but it really does something beautiful to the skin. It really smooths out the complexion, creates an even canvas. So whatever foundation or skin tint that you apply, really looks smooth, and it also is hydrating at the same time. It claims it has that sensorial feel to the skin, and it's true. It kind of provides a cooling effect, but I really love this primer. It really does blur out the pores, and it's affordable as well. Let's get into the facts about this new skin tint and what are the differences between that and the RMS Beauty SunCoverup skin tint. For starters, this retails for $16 and you get a smidge over 1 point fluid ounces. Now it comes in 10 shades and the shade that I picked up is Vanilla Bean Butta. It is 93% skincare formula with niacinamide, mango, and shea butter. So you know it's going to be super hydrating. If you're new to my channel, I am 57 years old. I do have hyperpigmentation, fine lines, texture, pores, redness, the whole kit and caboodle. So I do love wearing skin tints because they're a little bit more forgiving in terms of shade matching and tones. I was super excited to test this out, especially on my dry skin during the winter time. You better believe this formula has no white cast and even resists fading for a soft glow glazed look. Since my skin has already been primed, let's just jump right in. This is what it looks like. It comes in a plastic tube and a squeezy top. So let's go ahead and squeeze them out. I'll show you the consistency. That's what it looks like. It's kind of a runnier formula, but that's how most skin tints run. And it's supposed to provide a sheer look. Feels pretty good, feels very hydrating. Of course, it has the mango butter, the niacinamide, as well as the shea butter. So it's definitely gonna be hydrating, but I don't want it to be sticky or overly dewy. And I don't know if I wanna look like a glazed donut. So let's go ahead and apply it to the center of the face. And I'm gonna be quite generous with this because even though it's a skin tint, it should provide some sort of coverage. Okay. And it doesn't really have a scent. It just smells really clean, and that's what I like. This is super lightweight. I like using the heat of my fingertips to apply it. And then if we want to get a little bit more coverage, we will add a little bit more to see. But yeah, this is really blending out beautifully and super quick to apply. That's what I like about it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take my kabuki brush and just stipple it in. You really don't need to stipple it in. It does apply super evenly with just your fingertips, which I like so you can slap it on really fast in case you need to get ready in a hurry. This would be super ideal, but wow, this is so pretty. Look at the coverage that we're getting, and this is just a skin tint. Now, I know it's supposed to be sheer, but look at the difference. I'm gonna go ahead and bump my lights down to 20% so you can see. Now the skin definitely looks glowy, it looks hydrated, it looks dewy due to the skincare in it, but look at the coverage that it's providing. That's pretty good. And I pretty much used everything on the back of my hand. And we're just gonna see if we can build it up. Ooh, yeah. Right where I have my most hyperpigmentations, right through there. The skin really does look dewy and fresh. I'm really happy with this side. There's nothing worse than putting on a skin tint that's really slippery and greasy, but this one so far is drying down really well and it feels very hydrating on the skin, moisturizing, but without being too overly dewy. Now that I have the NYX Buttermelt Glaze on the right side of my face, I'm ready to apply the RMS SunCoverup Skin Tint. What are the differences between this and the NYX? This one retails for $49. Yes, you heard me right, $49. It comes in 13 shades and I'm in the shade Cameo. What this is a silicone-free, skincare-infused daily tinted moisturizer with mineral SPF 50 broad spectrum protection. This is a long-wearing, skin-loving multitasker that hydrates the skin and protects it from the sun's damaging rays. So the biggest difference, not only in the price, but also in the SPF coverage. This is 50, this is 30. But if you already have your sunscreen on underneath, that's not a biggie. So let's go ahead and shake her up. This is embarrassing, but it's kind of dirty. And as you can tell, it's very, very well loved. When I love a product, man, I keep using it. Are you like that? Of course, it comes out in a pump. And it's way more runny and liquidy in consistency, but let's go ahead and heat it up on the back of my hand. Cameo to me is a little bit more warm toned than the NYX, but let's go ahead and apply it. Even though it's runnier in consistency, I feel like it's just a hair thicker. I don't know if that makes any sense. And for some reason, it doesn't blend out as evenly as the NYX. Even though I love this skin tint so much, I don't think it provides as much coverage as the NYX. It may be silicone free, but it still has that very slick feel to it. So now I'm gonna take a different brush and go ahead and stipple it in. And since this is a skin tint, I feel super comfortable bringing it up where I normally apply my concealer because it is such a thin, watery consistency. It really does blend out beautifully. I'm gonna apply just a hair more where I have my hyperpigmentation, build up that coverage, and then taking my brush and stippling it like that. Oh yeah. Here we are at 20%. This is the NYX side. And this is the RMS Beauty side. What do you think? I think they look so similar. And in terms of how it feels, I actually like the NYX side better. This one is soft, it's dewy, it's fresh, not so tacky. But even though in the dead of winter, I really want my skin to be hydrated. But yeah, this is, do you see a difference? Okay, skin tints are on. Skin tints are on. This is the NYX side and this is the RMS Beauty side. I honestly can't tell the difference. We're gonna go in with a little bit of concealer and today it's going to be the Sarah Creal Face Flex Concealer. You know how expensive this is, but I'm going to use it because I paid for it and it's actually very, very good. Not only is it an amazing concealer, but you can also use it as a foundation. It has this unbelievable, uncanny ability to hydrate your delicate under eye area and not settle into those fine lines. It's pricey, but oh my gosh, to me, it is worth every penny. And I love using this when I have an extraordinarily dry under eye like today. So that's why I want to go in with this particular concealer. And it does provide really good medium to full coverage and it stays put all day. Concealer is on. Now I'm ready to bronze up. And today we're gonna go in with what else? The NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. You know I love this bronzer. So I'm gonna take it on my brush, tap off the excess, and let's go ahead and bronze up. You're supposed to look like a glazed donut with this particular skin tint. Maybe just add a little bit of cocoa butter on there. Maybe I'm hungry. But I find that this particular bronzer is so pretty on the skin. And it's also very smoothing. And when you do your products like a skin tint and it tends to get a little tacky, when you add a little bit of powder on top of it, like a powder bronzer or a powder blush, it does tend to set that skin tint. And that's what I want to do today. I don't want to use any more powders than I have to because I really want to have that dewy glazed donut look. I'm 57 years old. How glazed can I be? This is working out beautifully on both sides, the RMS Beauty as well as the NYX side. And then let's just go a little bit right through here. And then for blush, I'm gonna go in with the Buttermelt blush. So much butter in the shade for the Butta. Now this is a soft mauve color. I rarely use this shade, but today I figured I'd pull it out because it's really pretty. And go ahead and tap off the excess and apply it. It is a very strong blush. Whoa, okay. Very strong blush. So if you're like me and you apply too much blush, just take that same brush that we applied the skin tint with and just press it into the complexion so it really does blend in seamlessly. Look how pretty that is. Same thing on the other side. This was the RMS side. So I'm just pressing in that pigment like that. Now for a quick eyeshadow look, I'm just gonna go in with the bronzer on a brush, and I'm just gonna go right above my crease, right through there. I like using a bronzer for eyeshadow, especially if I'm pressed for time. It just really pulls the whole look together. Everything is cohesive, and honestly, it's fast, it's quick, and super easy. And then for the eyes, I'm gonna go in with L'Oreal's Lash Shadow Sticks in Magnetic Mauve or Mauve. And I love this beautiful, almost champagne color. And we're just gonna go right over the mobile lid and apply it. It's super creamy, but it doesn't add any texture to your lids. So if you have like crepey lids or textured lids, it's just gonna lay super smooth and create this beautiful wash of color. And then the other eye. And take your finger and just tap it in. The quickest eyeshadow look you will ever hope for. Super easy, super quick, and affordable too. So yeah, definitely check out these Lash Shadow Sticks from L'Oreal if you haven't yet. They are such an easy way to create an effortless eyeshadow look that looks like you took time to do your eyeshadow. You know what I'm saying? And for eyeliner, I'm just gonna go ahead and tightline my upper waterline with the Revant gel eyeliner in black. This is the smoothest gel eyeliner. I know I've talked about it before, but they really are super easy to use. They don't smudge, they don't budge, and they're especially geared for mature eyes, whether you have hooded eyes or crinkly lids or textured lids. And I'm gonna go on the outer thirds of my eye and create a faux wing. Take a small, tiny angled brush. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some mascara, and we're gonna finish off the look. Mascara is on. I just did a really quick coat of the Maybelline Lash Sensational Firework Mascara. I had purchased this a couple months ago, didn't like it, busted it out again last week. Come to find out, I actually like it. Now for lips, I'm just gonna go in with the NYX Lip IV Hydrating Gloss Serum. I tested this out a couple of weeks ago, and it's such a beautiful shade. I'm kind of going with a mauve-y sort of theme today. This shade, super intimidating at first, but it is a hydrating gloss. I know the shade is very intimidating. Looks like you just downed a glass of Cabernet Sauvignon. I love it because it stains. So let's go ahead and apply a quick coat. And here we are with the final look. After applying the Lip IV from NYX, I went ahead and blotted the lips because I wanted that stain. It really does hydrate the lips. It's not sticky or gloppy, and it really does look pretty once you blot it, and it's gonna stain, so it's gonna stick with me all day. But honestly, can you tell the difference between the $16 NYX side or the $49 RMS SunCoverup Skin Tint side? I cannot tell a difference. However, in terms of how it feels, I wish you could feel my skin. This side feels a little more hydrated, and not in a sticky or overly dewy way, but in just a nice hydrated, moisturized feeling, like not tacky or sticky to the touch. It's softer even. We're gonna go out in natural daylight. We'll do some check-ins. I know Ava and I plan on going thrift store shopping, and it's gonna be a fun day. It is definitely rainy, definitely gloomy, but that doesn't dampen my spirits because I love testing out a new skin tint. So yeah, let's go outside and see what this looks like in natural daylight. Okay, so this is natural daylight. It is super gloomy out right now and super cold, but I wanted you to see exactly what it looks like in natural daylight. I did go a little willy-nilly on this side, good gracious. But see how pretty this NYX side is looking? Equally as beautiful as the RMS, but at a fraction of the cost. I cannot believe how pretty this looks. But yeah, this is what it looks like in natural daylight. What do you think? This is super promising. And we are back. It's been over 8 hours since we first applied the new NYX Buttermelt Glaze Soft Glow Skin Tint. And I'm ready to give you my final thoughts on this $16 super affordable SPF 30 skin tint. But before we do, let's look up close and personal and see exactly how it's looking. It's been over 8 hours. I've been in the elements. We went thrift store shopping, me and Ava, and then we just got home from my friend's memorial. It was beautiful. We released balloons, but it was also rainy and damp and foggy. So definitely been in the elements, indoors, outdoors, bad lighting, good lighting. But look how pretty the skin still looks. And this is the RMS side. Look at the comparisons. I know I went ham on the blush on this side, but it really hung in there. And honestly, I don't see a difference. So let's go over the stats one more time for the NYX Buttermelt Glaze. Remember, it retails for $16 and it comes in 10 flexible shades. And I'm in the shade Vanilla Bean Butter. I like the packaging. It's super simple, but you can throw it into your makeup bag for traveling. So that's what I love about this. I actually prefer this over this, and this was like my favorite skin tint up until now. Remember, this one costs $49, comes in 13 shades, and has an SPF of 50, where this one only has an SPF of 30. You should be wearing sunscreen regardless as your last step in skincare. So yeah, what do I think about the Buttermelt Glaze? It is awesome. It is so beautiful, so easy to apply. You can literally just use your fingertips. I think that is the best tool anyway, but it provides beautiful sheer to light coverage, and it just makes the skin look really pretty, especially mature skin. But I highly recommend this. And if you've been wanting to try the RMS Beauty, you don't have to. You will definitely get the same results from the Buttermelt Glaze. Love this. I can't wait to continue to wear this because it's super easy to apply, and it just really looks fantastic on mature skin. But you tell me, which side looks better? Could you even tell a difference? Honestly, I could not. And at a price point of $49 versus $16, I'm gonna go with the Butter Glaze. It's just an overall fantastic skin tint. So thank you, Belinda, for suggesting this skin tint for us all. I'm super happy. I'm excited about it. And let me know down in the comments if you are going to try this. If you are that type of person who just is minimalistic makeup, I think you will really love this. Plus, you have that extra insurance of SPF 30s. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. But for now, mwah, mahal kita. I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.